Let's take a look at the process for sewing caps from the beginning to the end. We're going to start by taking our cap frame, putting it on our cap gauge, getting it locked in place, opening up our strap. Now we're going to take our cap and our backing. I like to fold this. That'll help keep that in position. And we'll prepare the hat, flatten the bill, pull out the sweatband, and we'll hoop the hat. Put our clips on, making sure we pull the hat nice and tight. Release the hat. Okay, now we want to make sure we're on needle number 1, and we already are. And now we need to put the machine into cap mode. So we go into our cap mode function, enter, enter again. Okay, now we're in cap mode. Now we'll put the hat on. So we're going to turn the bill to either 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock so we can get under the embroidery head. Place it on here. Lock it in place. Now, let's bring the design in. So we're going to go, and we need to be out of the embroidery function. So we'll get out of the embroidery function. Now we'll go into our embroidery management. We're going to select the design. And the design that I want is number 6. 6, enter. Enter. Okay, so now the design is in there. I'm looking at the F, it's showing me that it's upside down, which means it's rotated 180 degrees, which is the way we want to sew caps. Okay, now I'm going to assign the colors to this design. And this design is a real simple 2-color design, so I go into my needle set, go to my set color order, enter, go over to number 1, and I'm going to sew white first. That's number 11. And then I'm going to sew red, which is needle 3, hit enter to accept those values. Now, I need to make sure that my cap is centered. So using my pantograph movement controls, I want to center on that center seam on a 6-panel cap. So I want to make sure my pantograph is on slow speed. So I'm going to push the button in the center to make it slow. And I like to pull down the needle. And I'm going to line up on the center seam. And I want to get centered front to back. And now set the home position. So I go into home, go to set start, enter, enter. And now we need to make sure that it's going to fit. So now we're going to use the contour trace. So I go to home, go down to contour range check, enter. And now we're watching the number 1 needle to make sure that that design is going to fit and that it's lining up in a good location on the hat. Okay, I'm going to move it just up a little tiny bit, so I'm going to use the up arrow to move the hat back a little bit. And then I'm going to go into home and reset my start point. And we're going to slow this machine down a little bit. Right now it's at 850. I'm going to bring it down to 770. And we're going to start sewing by hitting start. Okay. When the hat is finished, we will unclip it. We will take the clips off, unhoop the hat, and now, if there's any trimming to do on the front, we would do our trimming, and we're going to just tear our backing out of this, trim away all these long little stitches in the back. And we have a finished hat.